the relational database. And to start with, in this chapter, the relational database model. I'm going to open up SQL Developer again. And here we have SQL Developer. If I open the connection, actually this connection here is SI to SI database. Whilst it's loading, what I should have actually done is I should have named this. Okay, it wants me to close the connection. Okay, so we'll close the connection. That's fine. It's actually the system user on the SI database. Now, the system user has all sorts of privileged access. So system connected are going to tables to get all this stuff that comes up. This is system level information, which you don't really need to worry about. What I want to do is to show you, let's say I'm going to create a table. Now we will go through create table commands later on. Okay, table test, ID, number, and string, varchar2, and I'm on the same line with the colon. Hit the Control and Enter key at the same time. Okay, creates a table. Now I'm going to say insert. You don't need to worry about insert commands. This is SQL Developer. It brings up a default list of things that it wants me to add into. I'm not interested in that right now. Just ignore that. SQL Developer actually is very helpful, but it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Insert into table test. Very simply, values 1 and string 1. And then I'm going to insert, in fact what I can do, so I can copy and paste this line. Also do it in an efficient manner. And we don't want to create the same row. And string 2, blah blah blah. Right. You'll understand what I'm getting at shortly. I'm just showing you the details. Run this. Add 2 rows. So now, what is the data? Select star from test. Same line, colon, Control Enter. That is the data in my test table. This star from DBA tables, where table name equals test. This is my metadata. As you can see, I have a table called test, and it's in a certain place stored, has all sorts of attributes. But let's go a little bit further with that. DBA, I think it's called tab columns. This gives me all the columns or the fields inside the test table. And it says, okay, we have another user here with another table. Don't worry about that for the moment. Inside the table, test in the system user, is a table called test, and inside that table are 2 columns, ID and string. Number varchar. Remember I created the table as ID number string varchar. This is a table listing out the columns in the test table. Incidentally, I created another user earlier on, and I decided not to do it that way, which is why we have a test user with a test table. I didn't drop it, I should have done. So don't get confused by that. This is the metadata. This defines the columns and fields in the test table, and it is stored in a table-like structure in the Oracle database that I can access by looking at a special Oracle system view called DBA tab columns. Once again, I added data to that table that is defined in TBA tab columns, and I ended up with test. I should also be able to go into here and find the test table in the correct alphabetical order, and RST, no, it's not there, I don't know why. I may need to refresh the connection. Sometimes these things happen. Refresh it. Go down to here. PQRS. There you go. There's test. Click on this. Gives me the test table metadata columns. If I click data, I get the actual data in the table. Metadata, data. This is the whole point I'm trying to make about this particular movie, is the difference between the metadata, the definitional data, and the data actually stored in the table. There are all sorts of other things in here. Some of them we'll get into in this course, some of them in later courses. The important point in this movie is metadata, data. So you understand it. Very important point to understand before we move forwards.